film. The visuals can be adapted seamlessly, be it theatrical or digital. So theaters, OTT, everywhere.
एक डर का माहौल पूरे दुनिया में बना हुआ है अभी राइट नाउ कि एआई जो है वो इंसानों का काम छीन रहा है, यू नो इट्स टेकिंग अवे जॉब्स, बट इज इट एक्चुअली गोना टेक अवे जॉब्स इन फिल्म मेकिंग? हु बेटर देन द प्रोड्यूसर टू आंसर दैट?
So not really. See, every technology when it comes, it faces backlash, right? So it was earlier animation, then VFX. Now this is the new one. So it's not actually taking away any jobs. It is not taking away creativity. It is just amplifying it. It enhances the creativity. You know, the musicians, editors, writers, artists, all of them are still at the core. So it's not taking up any jobs, but it's also promoting or giving up more jobs, you know, right? For AI editing, AI animation, prompt designing, there are many more jobs which have been developed. So it's correct. So it's not taking away jobs. In fact, it's creating more too.
So basically, with time and technology, you need to upgrade yourself and your skills, and if you're doing that, you're always secure and safe, right? Correct.
And that should be, you know, people should keep upgrading and scaling themselves. So.
You know, my last question to you before I move to sir over there would be key. When it comes to AI and technology, people always have this conception that, you know, if it's an AI thing, we don't have that human touch over there, the human element is not there, maybe it might lack the soul, शायद emotions missing हो जाए. उसके बारे में आपको क्या कहना है sir?
So it depends how well you create it, first of all. Secondly, emotions pixels से नहीं आते, you know, pixels cannot get emotions. So the storytelling and the vision is what gets the emotions. So if you have the direction, writing and everything bang on, then audiences will connect. You know, then even if it is shot in real or AI or any other tool, if the storytelling and the direction and writing is perfect, audiences will definitely connect.
तो जिन लोगों को डर लगता है कि मे बी यू नो एआई से कुछ उल्टा सीधा हो सकता है, दैट्स नॉट एग्जैक्टली दैट इज सिटिंग फ्रेंड्स इन दैट स्पेस. थैंक यू. आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड द विजन एंड द आइडिया बिहाइंड क्रिएटिंग कौर वर्सेस कौर. व्हाट वाज द आइडिया? व्हाट मेड यू क्रिएट दिस ब्यूटीफुल प्रोजेक्ट?
See, it's been I think I'll speak in Hindi because पूरा बॉम्बे के लोग हैं सबको कंफर्टेबल के लिए. जब भी हम लोग सिनेमा शुरू किए थे, कभी ड्रामा था, फिर सिनेमा था, एंड में हर चीज कहानी से जुड़ती है. तो अभी जैसा 20 साल से दुनिया में एनिमेशन फिल्म आ रहा है, एक नरसिम्हा ने पूरा गेम चेंज कर लिया. तो हर फील्ड का अपना एक पहला अटेम्प्ट होता है, और एंड में कहानी आपको मतलब 2 घंटा में आपको एंगेज कर लूंगा, आपको इमोशनली कनेक्ट कर लूंगा, आपको इस कौर से अगर जुड़ेगा तो डेफिनेटली आपको अच्छा लगेगा. बट एक बहुत बड़ा प्रोसेस है. मीडिया है, कोशिश हम लोग 100% है, सनी की तरफ से 100% कमिटमेंट है, हमारी टीम की कमिटमेंट है. सो होपफुली विल एंटरटेन यू. आई मीन डिसअपॉइंट नहीं करूंगा, इतना तो गारंटी देता हूँ.
सर आपने वो जो प्यार से बोला ना लास्ट में, डिसअपॉइंट नहीं करूंगा, उसमें सब लोग को ऐसे ही भरोसा हो गया ना सर. आप सर के लिए जोर से ताली प्लीज वन से.
थैंक यू सर.
एंड एक और सवाल आपसे बिफोर आई मूव टू डैनियल, दैट वुड बी कि इट्स ऑलवेज अ चैलेंज आई वुड से टू काइंड ऑफ बैलेंस स्टोरी टेलिंग, बिकॉज उसमें क्रिएटिविटी आता है, टू बैलेंस दैट विद टेक्नोलॉजी. हाउ डिफिकल्ट वाज दैट फॉर यू?
I need to I'll just give you a clear vision. I don't know how people will take it. See, when I come from an era where we shot in film camera. यहाँ पे कुछ लोग होंगे जिन्होंने फिल्म कैमरा में भी शूट किए होंगे. तो फिल्म कैमरा जब शूट होता था और एक रील का कॉस्ट जो है बहुत एक्सपेंसिव होता था, तो जब कैमरा एक्शन बोलने से पहले हर आदमी ऑन टो होता था, क्योंकि अगर एक रीटेक हो गया तो डेफिनेटली कॉस्ट वेरी होता है. एक्टर हो, टेक्नीशियन हो, आर्ट डायरेक्टर हो, सारे ऑन टो. एक्शन बोलने से पहले हर आदमी इतना फोकस होता था. उसके बाद डिजिटल आ गया, धीरे धीरे 12 टेक, 50 टेक, 40 टेक हो गया. एआई का सबसे बड़ा प्लस पॉइंट ये है, डिसिप्लिन वापस लाएगा सर, क्योंकि बिना आपका आखिरी शॉट लिखे बगैर एक शॉट भी बनाने की शुरू नहीं कर सकते, इंक्लूडिंग साउंड, इंक्लूडिंग विजुअल, इंक्लूडिंग हर तरह का क्रिएटिविटी. जब तक आप प्रिपेयर नहीं करोगे, आप एक शॉट डिसाइड नहीं कर सकते. क्योंकि आपको टेक्निकली कुछ भी करने से पहले आपकी कहानी को वेल प्लेस्ड होना पड़ेगा, और नहीं होगा यू विल फॉल. सो होपफुली हम लोग उसके लिए मेहनत कर रहे हैं. एक बहुत बड़ी टीम सेट की है, हर रेंज का टेक्नीशियंस ऑन बोर्ड है, बॉम्बे से है, साउथ से, हर जगह से लोग जुड़े जो इस टेक्नोलॉजी को इंडिया की तरफ से एक बहुत बड़ा पहला प्रोजेक्ट होगा इंडिया की तरफ से। अगर सक्सेसफुली हम वेंचर करेंगे, यहाँ बैठा हुआ हर टैलेंट को एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगा फिल्म बनाने का, कहानी बोलने का। सो जस्ट ब्लेस अस, प्रे फॉर अस, नथिंग मोर, एंड होपफुली वी विल एंटरटेन यू अगेन एंड अगेन।
Thank you so much, sir. And I think I have taken that keyword from your end, which is landmark. Landmark project hone wala hai. So give a big round of applause for sir once again, please. Thank you so much. I would now like to come to Daneil over here. I heard Sunny over there saying that we had created something long back. It didn't work out at that point of time, but eventually it did, because whatever has to happen will eventually happen, right? What were your emotions like at that point of time when it actually turned out to be real? Because this was something that you both wanted for a long time, right? What would you like to say on that?
So, when we thought of the concept of kaur, it was in a superhero universe, and we, like she had said, we developed something, but it's not that Marvel or DC or Universal or Paramount hadn't been working with technology like this, but here we didn't have studios working with the technology that we required, and the budgets were massive, and we couldn't do it. So it's not that we forgot about it, but we said, you know what, the time isn't right now, maybe one day the time will be. And then you come to a point of your life where you want to align yourself with people who have similar visions. And when I met everyone at Paparazzi, it was all very random, and it was through a very random phone call, and to the director, and then I met their team. And everyone's vision aligned perfectly. And at this stage of life, you want things to align. It shouldn't be a headache, it shouldn't be a hassle, it shouldn't be an argument. You want things to just align and work out. And we said, you know what, we have a really interesting character that we developed years ago. They said, you know what, we have a really interesting concept. And it just worked, and it just aligned. And that's the way it should be. And this is what brought us here today. And I went to their office, I saw the reel that you just saw, and I saw other content, and I was completely blown away by the content that they made. And I said, this is the fit. This just makes sense. And 7-8 years later, as she said, sometimes you develop something and you want something and you want to do something and achieve something and you think it should be now, and you're frustrated. Everything has its time. Everything has its journey, and this is exactly what is meant to be for this core. It's meant to be now, 8 years later. So as they say, patience is a virtue, 8 years.
Thank you so much. Give a big round of applause for Mr. Daneil, please. And what I would like to ask now is, Sunny, I have a very important question for you, which is, this is a bit of an unknown territory, I believe, because this is India's first AI-based film, right? You're actually spearheading it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure the visuals look incredibly amazing. What are your emotions like at this point of time? Is it a blend of excitement and nervousness, or how is it like?
And with the ideas that I have and the vision that I have for this character, yeah, they might be completely different than what I thought, but I believe that when we really start getting into this character, where she's from, the other character, it is going to be an incredible journey. And I've always said, every single interview, probably with most of you here, you have all asked me what is my dream role. I've always said I wanted to be a superhero. Without fail, you guys can go back and fact check. But I've always said, which is superhero, but not.
There was a lot of pressure on me. Really, I've been hearing this for 10 years. I want to be a superhero. And I was like, I need to make this happen.
Yeah, and not just for Halloween. I want to create. I want to create a character that is going to reach the hearts of many, and also be engaging, and also be able to be there every step of the way, which is the most amazing part of हमारा relationship together, is that हम साथ में ये पूरा film साथ में बनाएंगे, every frame, every part of the story, and I think it's very, very exciting, and I'm really, really looking forward, because we cannot give you any more. It's killing me.
Thank you so much. But basics, I believe you already mentioned, and we know the fact that you really want to be like a super manifestation journey to get there.
आप 100 से manifest कर रही हो.
But you got to tell us about the superhero thing, because India as a country is known for actually loving the superhero characters. So the fact that you're actually claiming, what do you want to tell the audience a little bit about the superhero part of the
project?
Well, I think what we've noticed over the last, let's say 3 to 6 years is we've really seen, Marvel films, superhero films do extremely well in India. So then you're looking at a demand of creating something that is on par with what we see when we see a Marvel film. And I do believe with everything in me that we'll be able to create that on such a large scale when you're watching it in the theater that you will feel like there is no difference between what they have made and what we can make. And I do believe that India is so amazing with technology. There should be no reason why we are not on par with every other country in the world when it comes to our technology. We have some of the smartest, most brilliant people in this country. And, you are all going to see what India can create when it comes to AI. And this is a new genre for people to watch. I understand it can be a little uncomfortable, but why should we be left behind? Let's move forward. We move forward as a country, and there'll be so many more films like this coming out.
Thank you so much, Sunny, for answering that. And one last question to you before I open up the floor for the area for questions. That would be that, one Sunny Leone in a project is like supremely fantastic in the beginning, right? This is double role, right? So what do you have to say about the double role part?
It's AI. So, there are many different layers to the character that I'll definitely have my hand in and be a part of. My voice, or how she moves, or how she talks. Is that how Sunny's going to talk? Is that how the character's going to talk? There has to be those nuances that, as an actor will be able to put into the character. And I think that's really important. So I do believe that if an actor is a part of any film that has AI, then you put your foot down and you say, if you're going to use AI, then I want to be a part of it. I need to be a part of this process, and I need to be a part of this film. And however that is, an actor definitely should be a part of their own character.
So I just want to ask you, how do you look at future kaur versus kaur? किस तरह से देखते हो Indian cinema को? If I talk about Indian cinema, apart from AI, how AI is going to work on Indian cinema?
I think that you're going to watch history being made. So you're going to see exactly how India is going to be affected by full feature length films in AI. And we use AI every second of the day. You just don't realize it. Everybody's holding a phone. So there is AI technology in almost everything that we do now. There are schools and universities and children learning AI in schools now. These types of things are changing our entire world. So I do believe our children are learning about AI. And, it's amazing because the job opportunities or, the different skill set we'll be able to bring to the films is going to be amazing.
As an actor, how important it is to work AI in a right manner, because there are so many AI videos which goes on the wrong way of manner.
Of course.
And there are lots of really right.
Yeah, I definitely believe that there should be regulations on people stealing someone's image or stealing their likeness to create something for their own use. But this is the best part about working with paparazzi and creating this is we get to tell the story and we get to hold the control in our hands. And I think that's where everything's going to change, is that if you want to use someone's likeness or their photo or who they are, then it should be with consent and it should be in tandem with whatever that project is. So I do believe there should be regulations.
And actors and directors and whoever's involved, they need to make sure that they are involved in this and not just, you know what, I understand my likeness was used and it was misused. They need to make sure that if they're doing a project, they are involved 100% in the project from A to Z. It's very important.
Sunny, we will take one more question, but before that, I just want Daneil to specify a little bit about Sunny's character. Whatever you want to say, maybe one line, because I feel that might prompt a more interesting question to you. What do you like?
When we met on Core. So Core was damn exciting. So as a creative person, I somehow felt I should add something value to it because they have been living with this character for 8 years. So it took you a couple of weeks find that right idea and somehow develop it. And then we felt, why not give those a people, two different characters. So, and that's all we have. These two characters are wonderful. One is emotional, one is more.
Rock you with his action like a pure superhero. So hopefully we'll entertain you with both the characters.
Thank you so much. We'll move to the next question. Anybody has over there?
Absolutely, that is the goal. The goal is to pave the way to create a different type of cinema. That doesn't mean that it's going to replace any sort of content that's released. We're not going to replace other films. We're not going to replace other digital content. We're not going to replace anything that's on OTT. This is just another facet within the industry. So I think that it's definitely something that with the right companies creating the content, creating the film or TV show, then we'll be able to create more jobs.
So we can move to the next question.
Should we ask Daniel?
You're going to get me in trouble. Why are you going to get in trouble? Don't ask me this.
Just answer the right answer.
She is more beautiful in person. In AI, she's extraordinary.
This is me.
This is the title है अब हम क्या किसी kaur versus kaur. Kaur is how the name is currently kaur. तो वो नाम आपके बाहर कुछ और तो हमने देखा है कि इस फिल्म में बहुत सारी फिल्में हैं जहाँ पर मेन हीरो बहुत फीमेल पर ज़्यादा नहीं है ऐसी फिल्में सारी है. So that was also one of the things that super hero है so that would be you and मतलब you are trying to show no religion also like he was given to a trade ऐसा भी उसमें मतलब warrior होते हैं कोई होते हैं and the religion part would also be there plus AI like
Sure. So मुझे ऐसा लगता है that मैंने इतना सोच नहीं डाला था as far as females versus men or whether men are getting ज़्यादा priority or females are not. So मैंने इसमें ज़्यादा सोचा नहीं था. But core was just something like in my mind came core universe. So that's where the character actually started, and from there came core versus core, and so I think that there's definitely different elements like जो इन दोनों characters में है that are stark differences, and वो differences दिखाने के लिए we have to show different attire, we have to show different philosophies of life, we have to show different things to be able to get there. As far as religion and all these different things, these are things that are still in development.
You know, so इसमें सिखिज्म वॉरियर वो सब वो कुछ मेरे दिमाग में नहीं है. So वो कुछ भी दिमाग में नहीं है. तो but as a see when I went through when I looked back, she was born from a Sikh family. So वो कैसा होगा, कौर क्या होगा, तो वो मुझे एक्साइट किया वो कैरेक्टर जो दुनिया ने देखा नहीं है. तो मुझे लगा why not add that value to it, and it started exciting. The character started growing. So once I sent the concept note to Daneil, they just bounced out. Yeah, this is amazing. This is something. So it's just a thought came out of the blue moon. So कहीं भी religion those नहीं, but she's playing a kaur. She's playing a Sikh character. There's no doubt about it. बट दोनों कैरेक्टर का अपना एक आइडेंटिटी है, दोनों कैरेक्टर अपना एक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है, दोनों के थॉट प्रोसेस है, दोनों के आइडियोलॉजीज है. तो जो 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 इनका जो कंपटीशन है आइडियोलॉजी का कंपटीशन है और कुछ नहीं है.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
Hello, just one question.
To a AI character, what were the pros and the cons?
We're going to find out. We are in the middle of creating all the characters, and that is our director's job. He's creating frame by frame of how this whole film's going to be and the story, and we'll work together on how we would like to present it. So वो challenges मुझे अभी पता नहीं है, but I do believe that working with the right team, um, थोड़ा सा आसान होता है when you're creating something.
You have to come back during the release and ask the same question.
Protect the personality of the stuff that you see your head, choosing your picture, making your characters more. More to that picture of the
अरे इतना यूज होता है वो मैं क्या करूँ?
you intend to go to court and for protection of personality.
It just really just depends on वो issue क्या है और वो video क्या है, वो picture क्या है. But I think that it's a very personal thing. So you all know मेरा journey कैसा था यहाँ, and हर रोज कुछ ना कुछ बात आता है that people are not so nice about. So in that way I've developed like rhino skin. I have very very tough skin. So ये चीजें मुझे इतना affect नहीं करता है. But for some actors and actresses I do believe ये affect करता है, and they should fight for their rights. And I do believe that there should be regulations.
So, oh,
Thank you. We are so proud of Nisha.
I will.
The last two questions.
The last question to be expressed. Firstly, congratulations. And while we discussed your how this team is trying to amplify AI and look at dangerous sometimes. So I want to understand from you that how ready is our Indian audience to consume as well as to use AI in their
Consume, I think that we don't give enough credit to our consumer. हम assume करते हैं that वो ये चीजें नहीं like करेंगे, but actually they're already watching. India is consuming so much content every single day on multiple platforms, and I think that one of the things that COVID did was create this new world of how we consume content, and it's very very different than what it was. So I do think that they're ready. I don't think that we always give enough credit to our consumer. हम ऐसे assume करते कि किसी को अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, but actually everybody loves it. Everybody's watching it already.
Who
Again,
determines right from
yeah.
wrong? Just the government, essentially. Because what could be right for me could be wrong for you, and vice versa. That's very hard,
And you will take the last question.
Hi, Sunny. Today here. Of course, work with Canada, to collaborate with some of the and both of them have been very critical about AI and use of cinema. Of course, this is a path-breaking move, but tell me, are you also expecting a disapproval from the industry? And how are they going to take this, and what's the feedback like for you as of now for this film?
Sure, I think that knowledge is power. I think that जब आपके पास knowledge है किसी चीज में, then आप understand कर सकते हैं. वो cinema is an addition. That type of cinema, this type of cinema could be an addition to the industry. I do believe it will create more jobs. I do believe that it is going to catapult into a different direction. So I think if Anurag sir was sitting here, I would definitely want him to understand my point of view, and maybe I could change it. But that is the lovely thing about being a human being, is that अपने philosophies and the way that we see life is very different from the next, and that's okay.
When are you planning to release this film and start with?
I think
2026 summer. We want everybody to come to Waiting Boston. It will be already.
Regards to misusing the technology. So each technology, every technology has its creative use and misuse. Even when internet had come or social media had come, they also faced the same backlash. So you cannot ban anything just for the misuse of it, but have some ethics and regulations in place, and then you can take care of all those things. So I think our youth is ready to consume, or our audience is also ready to consume any kind of entertainment that you give them, provided you also teach them to use tech correctly. So that's what I wanted to add.